Hi guys, I'm Jenna Zoe, and this is a really good friend of mine, Dara. If you're on this page, you probably know who she is, but I wanted to kind of tell you a little bit about what I think an intuitive session is. What is the magic of an intuitive session? What's amazing for as long as I've known Dara, she's always had a gift. What I call her hits, which are basically messages that seem to come from nowhere, that definitely don't come from her, that are channeled, that come from spirit, that come from somewhere of, higher truth and higher knowledge. And I've been consulting her for years, from anything to what should I say to my boyfriend? What do you think is going to happen with this situation? What's your hit on this guy, or what's your impression of this? To what should I be adding to my diet? What am I eating or doing that isn't serving me well? What's your impression on this business idea? And she always delivers it in such a clear cut manner, basically. And she really is taking herself out of the equation when she's delivering these hits, which is why they come from a place of such integrity, because you know that there's no agenda, there's total purity and total good intention in this, and it's literally just to deliver messages to help other people. And so now, instead of me hogging her to myself, she is offering a skill that she has been using to do various things over the years, like intuitive feng shui and helping people eat better, and helping raise kids in a better way, in a more enlightened way, and talking to people about relationships. And having an intuitive session with her basically means that you can ask her anything you want and trust that you're getting messages that you'd be wanting to hear from the divine, the universe, wherever, just delivered through such a clean channel. So I kind of want you to describe how an intuitive session goes, and what people can expect when
That's cool.
they see you on the phone.
Thank you. Yeah, that's so awesome. You described it so well. It's kind of like when we get on the phone, and hopefully it's FaceTime or Skype. Like, I love to see somebody's sweet face even for 5 minutes, because I can see countenance, or I could see the background, what's behind them, or the energy, or the color, or what elements may be there or missing, if there's a little bit of sadness, or if there, I just get to see countenance. And I can totally do it without that. So it works both ways. Like, sometimes people are just not comfortable with FaceTime, and I so honor that. Like, sometimes it's just people feel more private, and I love to just respect where everybody's at. So sometimes with people, I say, hey, we'll probably be on the phone or FaceTime for 5 minutes so I can see countenance. So sometimes when I can feel that it would be better to hang up based on the connection, not hang up the phone, but just not have FaceTime. And then I can just, because sometimes the answers that I get or the visions that I see are literally above someone's head, and I don't need to look at them anymore. So I get like a dose of what's going on, and sometimes the whole session is FaceTime and it just flows easily, and sometimes I'll get a sign, like if the connection's bad, or if I feel like it would be better to just talk on the phone, then I could see the images and have just the verbal communication. So it really depends. Each one is different, but
you're really clairvoyant like that. You see things through images. You hold visions of people's highest self through images, to the point where you can say, I see you wearing this color lipstick, and living in this kind of place. Or it's like that vision holding for people that you do as well, which is obviously why the visual is so important to you, and the detail that you need to really kind of get into someone's energy.
Exactly. Like, I can see, like, it's almost like I don't want to say highest self, because that sounds vague. I literally can see what the most beautiful version of that person is. Like,
and she means like sexiest, kindest, most thriving, most successful, all the ways.
Like, from anything from somebody sitting at a conference table with their future colleagues, and how they might be wearing their hair and what they might be wearing. I almost feel like I'm seeing like a vision of the future, or a vision of what one little piece of the highest version of that future is. So
beautiful.
Like, for example, there was a manifester who got invited to do this great job where she wouldn't just be doing one thing, she was being asked to even be more creative. Like, her voice was really going to be heard, and I'm like, oh, I see what you're going to be wearing, how your countenance, that it's time for you to really share your vision. And I would give examples. So sometimes the visuals really help me to see what somebody's, like you said, like, where did that person who used to wear red lipstick go? And let's do this with color in your home to match that person that needs to come out again. Where that might be sexy, like dancing and red lipstick might be somebody's, but somebody else's might be like overalls, white t-shirt, feet dirty on the grass and with their hair flowing in sunshine. Like, I can actually see when somebody needs more vitamin D and when they need to mimic it with a little bronzer and a little glow to like fake it till you make it to get there. And
totally. It's all about the tools that will kind of help you on your path, and you see those so clearly.
It's kind of like, and it's really fun. And sometimes people call me and they're like, I don't know why I'm calling. I just felt moved to call you. And I was like, that's so much fun. And it happens, like, it flows. So you don't really need to have a list of questions to ask me.
But you can ask you anything. Or you can just get on the phone and see where it takes you, right?
Yeah.
Like, sometimes it's just like knowing that I'm inviting you to tell me something means you can just say whatever comes into your mind without having to look for it. You just...
Yeah. It's kind of like... I get like just this yes or no, like, and sometimes I have to ask some questions. All right, tell me a little bit more about that, and then we get somewhere together. We navigate it together. So it's really such an honor, and I take it very seriously. I really do. Like,
you deliver it.
I
in
give
the
it up.
most clear, integrity, agenda-free type of way, and the only thing you really need is to be open to receive truths from you. Now, I obviously saw what it was that gives you these hits when I looked at your human design, because you're a projector. So projectors basically have the ability to see the other, to really understand what is going on with other people, whether they try to or not. That's their innate gift. So it's your intuition basically that governs these, that decides that these hits come along, and your intuition is the part of you that makes all your major life decisions. But on top of that, you do have a gift where obviously anyone who's a projector, or anyone who's a splenic projector, or anyone who's intuitive, right, which is all of us, that is a different thing. So your specific gift, and everybody has their own specific gift, but yours has always been, since you're a kid, since your mom basically told you, like, Dara, you know things, you see things, you just were consulted for these things since you were, since day one. So the way that your human design basically parlays is that you have an ability to basically understand like I said, I call them hits. It's like you just know what's the right direction or the right thing, and it isn't coming from a place of logic or common sense or the fact that you've thought about it. It's just, you just know how to trust that voice so well because it's been so clear and so strong for your whole entire life. So it's, the way I like to say it is that, like, I, for example, have an ability to see things when I look at a chart, or an astrologer has an ability to see things when they look at an astrology thing. And there's other people that see things when they look at spreadsheets or P&Ls or whatever. Like, yours is literally from whatever visuals you get, whatever understanding you get of being inside that person, understanding that person. That's what gives you don't need the framework of anything else. You just like to kind of know what's going on. You like the scenario to be painted, and then the answers come. And it's a beautiful gift that you're delivering to the world, and something that I've definitely relied on for years, and definitely helped me get to the place where I am now. I always say that I wouldn't be where I am if it weren't for you and your hits and your guidance. And I'm so excited that it's finally...
Thank you. Yeah, thanks for encouraging me. And I think that with you, it was so easy. I just saw it. I was like, yep, human design. It's clear to you. It comes to you so easily. And I think you're right. I just trust it. Like, it's just not me getting in the way. Like, I trust the hits.
Yeah. And that's what's amazing, is that you know that voice because it's been a reliable source of the way that you live your life as well. And like, always the thing that we give ourselves is the thing we give to other people. And I'm just so pleased and so excited for people to now be able to get these.
We've had some good sessions. We've had some amazing people, and it's just so fun to help people to get to their next level. And I think the biggest thing is that I don't get in the way. I trust it. And the more you trust it, the more you trust your intuition or the hits, the faster they come, the louder they are, it just becomes easy. So I've always said, I can't really explain it. It's not something that can be academic. I would say, I know this. I don't know how I know it. Don't even bother asking me. It's not, that's not important. It's the academic wise. So it seems to me that it's tapped into something that's grander, bigger, way bigger than me, like something that just exists, and we're a little slower, like as if our physicality is slower and our mental logistics are slower than the information that comes to me.
Absolutely.
And it catches up at some point.
It's magical. It's really magical.
It's really fun when you get those, like, oh gosh, that was right. Like this one young woman, I was like, I see flowers and I see you serving food. And she's like, wait a minute. She's like, all my latest food pictures have flowers on top of them, or stuff like that, where you're just like, oh, and it's fun. It's like not so serious. Like it's to get to love. And
it's
fun
never heavy with you
and
anyway.
Joy. Like my thing is to inspire people, like to lift it up.
Which you do so beautifully. So it's honestly magical, and I cannot wait for some of you guys to experience this magic.
Thank you. Thank you for like the encouragement and the invitation from one projector to another. So also follow JennaZoe.com, because not only do we have an enormous amount of videos together, Jenna is leading us into giving ourselves permission to be who we truly are, to be who we came in as, and to decondition other people's agendas and ideas and belief systems. And it's really fun human design information from our dear Jenna.
So basically the important thing is that, you know, we've kind of gotten better by holding hands. Both of us. Like, I couldn't have done it without you, and you couldn't have done it without me.
Exactly.
And that's the basic principle, is that everyone needs a handhold.
Yeah.
And I'm just so excited that you guys have found Dara, and hopefully, you know, get to experience some of that magic yourselves. So
we all need help, and we all need an extra pair of eyes, and we're all here on the premise of human design, as per what Jenna's sharing, is that it's about understanding tolerance to get to love, to get to working together beautifully, which is what we're doing. And I'm happy to share that energy with you guys, and of course sessions. It's my joy and pleasure. So thank you for helping me to explain it. Awesome.
Amazing.